Let's talk about promoted listings once again. Hello and welcome back to the channel where we are trying to sell some shit on eBay. I'm Polish Pete and I'm an eBay reseller based in UK. I buy cheap ladies clothing in bulk and I sell them individually on eBay for profit. Today I would like to talk about promoted listings once again. To be precise, about an experiment that I have conducted some time ago to establish how high do I have to promote my items to get certain results. But first, before we start, if you are interested in this type of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. I will be very grateful for that. So, recently I have watched a YouTuber called Married to Reselling doing an experiment with promoted listings. The guy has promoted few of his listings for a week at 100% fee to have a look if this will have an impact on his sales. Now, without disrespecting anybody, that was more like a funny exercise than an experiment or test. To be fair, in my opinion, everybody has a right to their own opinion, it was a bit pointless. First of all, there is no point to promote a single item listing at 100% because after VAT and fees you earn VAT and final value fees, you will end up paying eBay about 150% of your selling price. So you are losing money basically. So let's say you sell an item for £10 and you have to pay 15 pounds in fees. So you know what's the point. Yes, there is a point to promote a multi-item listing at 100%, but I think 20-30% would do the same job, because what you want to do is, if you have a lot of items, right, you want to gain that velocity on this listing. You want to gain those first sales, and then you can promote very high, and when you get those first sales you can start to go down with that promoting fees, because then after you sell, I don't know, 10 of them, it will just carry on selling. Second thing is that few listings for such a short period of time, 1 week, is just not good enough to draw any conclusion. It's like vaccinating against COVID 3 people from one household, and then after a week drawing conclusion on how effective the vaccine is globally. yeah it's just not enough. It's just not enough. Basically, the only conclusion that you could draw from this promoted listings experiment that Married to Reselling did is that you are going to lose money. The more you sell, the more money you will lose. But I guess, nobody can forbid the rich man to burn money in a stove to heat the house. But let's talk about my experiment. That I was running, I would say, in 2018, more or less. I'm not going to repeat that experiment, just to show you how I did it, as frankly I'm not bothered, and I've got the system that works, and there is no point to cock it up for a year to prove my point. So you will have to trust me, you will have to believe me, you will have to take my word on that. If you think I'm lying, there is not much I can do. I will have to live with that, but what is the point to lie? Yeah, I'm trying to share my knowledge, so what would be the point to lie about it? Okay, so I was trying to establish if increasing my promoted listing fees will result in more sales. I was promoting about 1,000 items, constantly adding new items because I was constantly selling. So I was around that 1,000 all the time. Sometimes it could be 994, sometimes it could be 1,023. Yeah, but I was around that 1,000 every time. Obviously, if it was an experiment, like a scientific experiment, that should have been like 1,000 items. Yeah. So I've started at 1%, and every month I was pulling it up by 1% point. Yeah. So after a month I jumped to 2%, after a month 3%, after a month 4%, after a month 5%, etc. Yeah. At 15%, I knew for sure that there is no point to carry on, but I still carried on till to about 20-21%, and it took me 18 months. As at the end I was jumping that 1% every fortnight, because there was no point to wait entire month, because I knew that I should really end this experiment at 15%. But I've reached that 2021 or something like that. Now, guys, one big disclaimer here. I would never call it a scientific experiment, yeah, because it wasn't. But you can see the difference here, guys. 1 week, 18 months, few items, 1,000 items. Yeah, we can draw some conclusions out of what I did. At least I think so. Yeah, right. Carry on the disclaimers. Okay. Number one, I've got some background in statistics. I had statistics during my university course for 2 years. I can't call myself an expert in this field, in any field, frankly, but I basically know what I'm doing when I'm talking about statistics. Yeah, I know what I have to look at. I know how to perform certain calculations. But there was some degree of eyeballing in this experiment, or I should stop to call it experiment, in this test. Yeah, I didn't have any like statistical software, so I had to do calculations on a piece of paper, and those really complicated calculations would take me hours. Yeah, and I guess I could do it, but why? Yeah, it wasn't a scientific experiment. Eyeballing and some basic maths was good enough for me. Yeah, for me. I didn't publish my results anywhere, so yeah, that was for me, and I decided this will be enough. Number two, there is no such thing as one size fits all. It all depends on what you are selling. It all depends to who you are selling. It all depends on many varied things. Yeah, because one person is selling clothes, the other person is selling electronics. It's just the fact that for me 3% give astonishing results. Yeah, for somebody else who sells something else, 5% might not give any results at all. Yeah, so we have to remember that. And number 3, I was trying to beat a multi-billion international company that in the game that they are playing for years. Yeah, so I knew straight away I'm not going to find out everything. Yeah, nobody knows how promoted listing algorithm works and how often it's changed. Yeah, obviously this algorithm is there to earn money for eBay. It's not there to push items with the highest percentage, yeah, with the highest fee. It's there to make eBay money from the limited traffic. But I'm getting a bit ahead, guys. So let's talk about conclusions of my test. And these are my conclusions, and I may be wrong. Number 1, the most important one in my opinion. Like I've said just a second ago, it's not about the percentage. But I knew it straight away even before I started this test. Because like I've said, eBay is there to earn money. Yeah. In some cases, guys, eBay can earn more money by giving 1 million impression to the listing that is promoted at 1% than giving the same million impressions to the listing that is promoted at 10%. Because if this first listing is £100 and the other listing is £5, they will earn more money on that £100 listing one day. Also, if the item at 1% is way much more attractive than the item at 10%, they will also make more money out of that 1% item because it will sell faster. They won't use, let's say, entire million. Maybe they will use 100,000 impressions and it will sell and give them money. When that 10% item, they will have to use entire million to get that money. It's all about attractiveness of the item, which leads to sell-through ratio. Yeah, if your items are selling, eBay will send you more traffic. Doesn't matter organic one or promoted one. Yeah, your items have to sell to get the eBay traffic. Yeah, if they don't sell, you are not going to get it. In a worst case scenario, they will place your ad in the worst spots and only if they have nothing else to place there. I hope you get me. Yeah, if you are promoting the item for 2 years and it hasn't sold, you can throw 50% on it, you can throw 100% on it, and chances are it won't sell anyway because it didn't sell for flipping 2 years. Yeah, at the moment my campaign that is 1.1% is getting more traffic than my campaign that is at 7%. Only because these are newer items, more attractive items, not so cherry-picked items, and these at 7%, they are just leftovers that I have for more than 2 years. So naturally the sell-through ratio is just lower on those old items because nobody wants them basically. Number 2, there is no point to promote your listings straight away as soon as they go live. What I do is I put them on a 7-day auction, then I put them on buy it now, and I wait 14 days before I start to promote them. Yeah, and 2-3 out of 10 will sell without promoting. So what is the point to pay extra before giving them chance to sell organically? Yeah, these are new listings. Yeah, they haven't been cherry picked by customers yet. So wait until they are cherry picked and then promote them. Number 3, for me, for what I sell, for the market that I sell on, yeah, 7% is the maximum fee that I will go for. Everything above just doesn't bring me extra sales, so there is no point to pay more. Or it brings me some extra sales, but it's not justified to pay more because I'm paying more and those extra sales don't bring me that money back. That is why I capped it at 7%. So obviously you will have to find your tipping point yourself, yeah, and you can't find it without testing, unless you are also selling cheap ladies clothing. Then you can adapt that 7% straight away. Number 4, what works for me best is like a 3-year system. So I put them at 1.1%, wait 3 months, then end the listing, sell similar, and move up. Yeah. Then wait 3 months, end the listing, sell similar, and move up. Then wait 3 months, end listing, sell similar, and move up until I get to 2 years and 7%. If you can understand what I say, yeah, I hope that is clear, yeah. So after the changes in minimal fees next week, what will I do? I will put them on auction, 7-day auction, because I got it for free without insertion fee with my subscription, yeah. So I will put it on 7-day auction. If it doesn't sell, I will put it into buy it now, wait 14 days, and then I will put it into my first 3-year of promoted listings at 2%. It will stay there for 3 months. Well, to be precise, for 2 months and 2 weeks, because I've just used that 14 days not to promote them. So after the item is 3 months old and it's going to, let's say this evening, it's going to release itself into 4th month, I'm going to end that listing, sell similar, and while listing it as a similar, I will move my promoted listings to a 3-year up. So for 3 months it will be 2%, for next 3 months 2.1, for next 3 months 2.2, for next 3 months 2.3, for next 3 months 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 2%, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, that's 1 year. 3%, 4%, 5%, 6%, that's 1 year. 2nd year, yeah, because that's 3 months, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, yeah. Then item is 2 years old, I move it to 7% and it stays there forever, yeah. And I basically lower the price. I will lower the price as I go after maybe 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, yeah. I will lower that price because I don't want too many items to sit there 2 years waiting to be sold. I had way too many of them. I'm trying to clear them because I just want things to move faster, yeah, to pull up that sell-through ratio. So guys, to summarize it, because I see it's almost 20 minutes already, to summarize it in few sentences, yeah, it's not the percentage that you are paying to sell, it's the attractiveness of your item and your sell-through ratio of your account and of your promoted listings, because these are two different ones, yeah. Newer, more attractive items will always sell better, even with lower fees, than the older items that are sitting there for some time. There is a reason, yeah, why they haven't sold for, let's say, 2 years, yeah. Nobody wants them. Nobody wants them. That's why they haven't sold, not because you haven't promoted them high enough. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you didn't fall asleep. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting. If you have, please don't forget to click that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. I'm not saying do it, just consider it. I wish you a very good week. I'll see you next time. God bless you all, and bye bye.